Let's get right into it. So we got the Browns. They're 1-0. They're favored to win. Danny's got the Giants in this game. I've got the Browns. Of course, I'm going to play as them. Last time that happened, we saw the Seahawks win 42-30, even though I was the Capitals. So you never know who's going to win in Dipsey Madden. Let's just take a moment. Take a look at stats. Dwayne Haskins Jr. leading the league second after Andrew Cardona. And Benny Spiegel is third. Jeremiah Woodley leads the league in rushing. He's with St. Louis Patriots. Ooh, go St. Louis. Got that run game. And Dominic Barrow for the Capitals leads the league. Anthony Schwartz is third, and he hasn't played, though. But he's about to. So let's just jump right into it. Upgrade our players, actually. It's not much. And then we'll just hop right in. Yeah, I think that we'll just keep the lineup and everything the same. So let's go. Preseason, week 2. Browns versus the Giants. It's going to be an exciting game. These games are just wrapping us up, getting us all ready for the regular season. Next week will be the end. So the kick away here in Cleveland. So kicks away in Cleveland, and we're looking at Baker Mayfield, who came to New York. Oh no, it's Sam Darnold. Ugh. He's just not my guy. I cannot believe they have him starting. And we know in real life, Sam Darnold is going to be the starting quarterback for the Seahawks in our current timeline. In this timeline, it's 2031. He's in New York. Incomplete. Second and 10. Big time run for 3 yards. And for the casual fans, you're looking for 4-yard runs no matter what. But on second down, you especially don't want those 30-yard runs. Sets up 3rd and 7. That's the type of thing. Of course, he does not get it complete. Oh my goodness. So a 3rd down incompletion is going to lead to the 4th down punt. And for some reason, he's letting up here. Good job gathering it at the 10. And here's our starting Browns quarterback. And you can look at the numbers compared to Sam Darnold, who's got the 77 overall. This is a 99 overall. So to compete, you need someone better than Darnold in this league. But of course, Middlebrooks Hasn't been back in 2 years, even though he's supposed to be the GOAT. So there's Anthony Schwartz getting a catch right off the bat. You're going to see a lot of that because it's Anthony Schwartz. He's got it again. 44 yards. Like I said, he's trying to lead the league in receiving yards. This one going to the tight end gallery. This one he's wide open, except almost picked. So we thought he had him in the end zone. And he had him beat too, but just not where it needed to be actually on the throw. And another incompletion is going to lead to 3rd and 1. So on 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it. Probably just because they haven't run the ball. And they're going to trust their running back here. That's Reynolds for 4. This is the guy you get to replace Nick Chubb this year. I don't know if he is a Nick Chubb, but he definitely needs some reps to prove it's going to be tough. How do you go back to win a Super Bowl without Nick Chubb? I don't know if they ever do, of course. It wasn't Nick Chubb that got him there. It was all Middlebrooks. So you can bet that one day they'll get back there. It's just when, how, and with who. Of course, Juan Blanco, the coach, 1st and 10 for the Browns. He is kind of for sure getting back. Where we don't know with Ahmad Middlebrooks if he could go his whole career without getting back. He's got 5 Super Bowls, I'm pretty sure. 1st down on 2nd and inches. Reynolds on the pass. So it's 1st and 10 at the 11. Ahmad fumbles the ball and it's picked up by the Giants. And it's going all the way back. This one's going all the way back. Unless Reynolds has something to say about it. Stopped at the 4. Holy cow. So a big play. Switching it up on us. And the Browns don't have quite the same position that they did just about 2 seconds ago. It's going to flip up real good on them. Touchdown, Giants. So they let up, thinking they were going to pass. So New York is first on the board with a big mistake by Middlebrooks. Fumbling the ball in the preseason. And you can't be having that. So Bigsby going to take this one out to the 24. So maybe able to take a breath after this and say, you know, we got a run game. We got a pass game. Just don't let Middlebrooks not throw the ball. Tell him get rid of that shit fast. So that's what they're doing. He's running with it. Exactly what he was told not to do. Okay. First and 10. Reynolds is down. And that's the end of the quarter. So this is the last quarter we might get the starters. Snaps the ball to Schwartz. It seems like all of a sudden he's back on. Okay, Schwartz is looking open again on that crossing route. So the hurry-up offense is to keep them on the field, doing the same thing to catch them lazy and hit that tight end up that side. Now that's good right there. Oh no, throws it into traffic and it's incomplete. So it gets tough in the red zone. You gotta get tough in the red zone. Well, it's in the 20-yard line and they're right on it. Hand off to the running back. Bumps off the defender and the blocker. And gets tackled for a first down at the 7-yard line. First and goal. So learning from last time, gonna run the ball in the red zone. Whatever you gotta do to win. It's a running league this season. Not just this season, for 2 or 3 seasons. And Reynolds is gonna walk this one in. So I think Nick Chubb retiring is going to give the Browns, possibly, the team they need right here is the proof in the pudding. Or in the red zone, Reynolds is going to, boom, he's going to be the new Thunder. Because Nick Chubb used to do it all. And we're going to watch, extra point after, we're going to watch this team have multiple running backs taking on the role of just what Nick Chubb did himself. Because he was such a big presence on this team. You want to talk about 5 Super Bowls later. A lot of it has to do with Nick Chubb being the best receiving back of all time. He won't be looked back at as, oh, he was the best running back. He might not even make the Hall of Fame because he gave up all his running stats to be the amazing passing team that we got to see. But now it's changed. It's a running league. The run here for the Giants. Taylor, his 4th run for 19 yards. They need to just hand it to him. The game is tied up. They got 3 minutes to score. The Giants are on the 37-yard line, and they're going to hand it to Taylor. So even late in the second quarter, they're handing the ball off. Because it's a viable place to go. Even the computer is knowing, and the blitz read beautifully. So that's his first completion. And it goes, and it sets up third and very short 3rd and 2. Hand it to Jonathan Taylor. They do not. And it's almost picked off twice. So you saw there, you want to run the ball, and they don't run the ball. It's just one of those things. Often they are not running that ball, not doing what they need to do, and a beautiful, beautiful punt here. Gonna pin him inside the 9-yard line. Wow, so it's gonna be tough. So 2 minutes and 43 seconds to score. And they're going to hand it to Reynolds. And it's 2nd and 1 now. So still before the 2-minute warning, I think they're going to try to get their running out. 50 yards and a touchdown for Reynolds. So just run it until they stop it. That is the strategy. That's a 4-yard run. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. On second down, gonna get more than 4. Hit the 2-minute warning. It's 7-7 in Cleveland. And of course, it's 7:05 in the morning in Central America. The fake. Bombing it to Schwartz, who's got the catch. He's almost free, but he gets shoestring tackled at the 11-yard line. 16 yards after the catch, though. Falling to the ground. Almost breaking one free. But the defense said, no. You're staying in the red zone here. Barely tackling him. Just not able to break it free. And you almost wanted him to, because now time ticks away for everyone. So you almost wanted to let him score. Because Reynolds is going to be a very methodical runner here and try to get his second touchdown now. Probably. Slips and slides through the defense to get to the 1-yard line. It's probably one of the best runs I've ever randomly seen. Now with 50 seconds left, they're going to juice the clock. And if he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. "26 seconds left on the clock. But Reynolds broke the plane. And he's excited about that one. It's not every day the Browns get 2 rushing touchdowns with all the starters out there. It didn't happen last week. It did not happen last week. So the extra point after is going to be good. Moss with the hold. Reynolds is shaping up to be a good starter. Exactly what they needed. But after this 24-second quarter, we are going to see the backups, I think. So here comes Sam Darnold. He's only down a touchdown. And he was able to put together a scoring drive once. A very short scoring drive. But a scoring drive. Somehow tackled inbounds, so they had to call a timeout. How did he tackle him inbounds? So the blitz picked up. And he gets out of bounds. Sacked. And they're still calling a timeout. So let's check. It looks like they're still in some regular type formation. We're going to go into man coverage. Catch. Timeout. And now, here's the 3-man deep. It's a Hail Mary time. There's Sam Darnold, and it's only the first half. But you gotta go for it. Throwing it up. Bopped out. So that was probably going to be the play of the game. Right there. On the Browns are going to get the ball. So that's really why they were playing for. For any hope at all, really. So here, Goody, is going to take the kick to the 23. And we're hoping to see him out there. Because he's kind of become the defunct backup behind Reynolds. We already saw. Because they got Dixon. But he's just as good as Pat Goody. So here he is. He's actually out there, too. Six yards. And we're going to see if he becomes the third string running back, essentially, based on what he does in this game. I mean, it was exciting. Pat Goody, first round overall from Florida State. So that's why you see him running him. Because if he could just pan out a little bit, got a little bit of development in the preseason, then he might turn out to be the real replacement eventually for Nick Chubb that they need. The young running back breaks one off. 4 rushes, 30 yards. Of course, he's going up against the backups, but the speed is kind of unparalleled sometimes. And you know we did this in Florida. 1 yard here, 2nd and 9. And kind of a test of his stamina, and we'll see if the other running backs kind of eat off of him. Gets dragged for the first almost 3rd and inches. He's already out of there, so his stamina may be low. But we'll see how fast he comes back. Here's Dixon with 3 yards and the first down. So that's the type of guy that you know is going to get it done, Dixon. He's going to be the real Nick Chubb because he's going to be passing. And Mayberry, that's an interesting second choice. Because you got... Wow, he must be good. Because we got Peoples-Jones, we got Bixby. And Bird looks pretty good. Ed Mayberry's a 74 overall. 74 overall. What is Donovan Peoples-Jones hurt? Oh no. Personnel problems lead to a delay of game. They're saying it's too early in the morning for this. Not only that, you're playing a late game today. You didn't start early. Vernon Moss gets the penalty for that. Boom! Donovan Peoples-Jones. So I guess he just doesn't want to play. These guys are all really good, though. I understand. And then Bixby, look at how fast he is. He shouldn't be out there with the backups. He's barely a backup. That's why they got Mayberry out there. He's also just getting some reps. So first and goal. And Goody's still not out of there. So they're going to hit Mayberry in the end zone. He does get that little think and dunk touchdown. And maybe that'll put him over whoever it is he needs to get on over. I guess he really is the backup receiver because, Donovan Peoples-Jones is our number 2. But he's like, and then our slot receiver is Bigsby, I guess. That's not how it should be, though. They should have Donovan Peoples-Jones in the slot. But we never run those type of offenses. We'll do it when we want to win a championship. So here they come. They need this more than anyone in the whole world. The Browns are breaking away, breaking the chains. This one just right into traffic. Bad pacing, everything. Of course, we knew if he's the backup to Darnold, he's worse than 77 overall. And that is just, can't be good. This one complete, 9 yards. The 3rd and 1. Complete for a second completion. That's Slater. He's 2 for 3. So they're scooting along. Maybe he's better. Maybe he should be starting. Look at this. Oh! Slater's 3 for 4 for 42 yards. That's Coleman, number 17. The Giants are moving along. Maybe it's the backup defense. Maybe it's the backup offense. But Darnold wasn't getting it done. That's the reality. Some of these offenses might not even have it figured out yet what they're going to do in the regular season. You never know. It's how these games go that define the rest of the season. And the Browns going 2-0 is definitely disrupting. Touchdown, New York. His first receiving touchdown of today. That's Claiborne or whatever. And Moss is mad. I don't know why. Boom. And then the fight to get in. And Slater's looking real good. All of a sudden. Do they have old players or something? (21-14) with 4 minutes left. They're giving it to Goody, who's taking the kick off. And with the spin move, he's up to the 31. And he almost broke that one off, but he got hit. Tough. So he's the real story of the Browns, I feel like. And he's the 3rd string running back. Another spin move the other way, but late as he falls. Down for 6 yards on 1st and. So this one falling forward for 2. And it's 3rd and 2. And this one, I don't know if he got it. It's 4th and inches. So gotta go for it. It's the game. It makes it more interesting. And of course we got Dixon. 2 rushes, 4 yards, and he's gonna get the rest of the game here as the 2-minute warning falls upon us. So we could have seen a whole lot different game there. Goody's back, actually. We gotta rest. Wants the reps. Gets them moving for about 8. First down. Yep. 2nd and 2. 1:55 left. Maybe he feels like he'll break one off if he gets the first down. Maybe he feels like he could put this one to rest a lot like they did last week. Just running the ball. This one a big run. I think if he would have not played it so conservatively with the power move, the truck move in open space. But that was a good move by the rookie. Because when you're up a touchdown late, 2 minutes, you can't score right away, actually. It's hard to realize that. A lot of people will break that off, 2-yard run. And he's still out there. 87 yards. Now here's the stretch. Try to get to 100. And there's an injury. And that's going to change. He might have got to 100 yards. He's still out there. He still wants it. So the stamina. Showing the stamina. And with this run, he definitely got the 100 yards. Now it's the touchdown. We can get that touchdown. Just I had to call a timeout if he wants that touchdown. So he is out there. So it is all ego at this point. As he waltz is in. So able to prove that he can move down the field and then put the exclamation point on the end of this game. And the patience that it takes to take it down to the last 12 seconds, which I would argue, extra point after, 12 seconds is about, you can't leave anything more on the clock than that. Because the 3-second run up, if you get a perfect kick here, and we'll show you the perfect kick right about there, ish. This is bad, actually. Yeah, I gave it a little bit too much, so they're going to call a touchback. So, oof. They got 12 seconds. But the cushion, they're not going to, they have no, unless they get the onside. That's the game. 14-28. So 14 in the second, 14 in the fourth. The Giants scored 7 in the first, 7 in the fourth. So kind of some scoring in this game. And Danny's pick, the Giants, was wrong this time. Sorry, Danny's pick, people. Sorry if you like Danny's pick and me being angry. Danny doesn't always pick me being angry. But when he does, it makes me really angry. So there you go. The Browns versus the Giants. The Browns never had a takeaway. They just had to make up for it. And Ahmad Middlebrooks didn't throw a touchdown. Moss threw for 100% completion. Oh, that's pretty good. And of course, 7:25 in Central America. The Central USA. Kessler wants to cuddle. 7:25. We're settling in for the end of the preseason sometime. The next game is Houston versus Atlanta. Juju and Houston versus Atlanta, and of course they're on a win streak of 40 plus games. And if they win, they can keep their momentum, keep that game. We already have 2-0 teams before they even play their game to go 2-0, meaning the Browns could take their momentum just like that in the preseason if they have any slip-ups. So the pressure's already on for Juge in his game against Atlanta. And then there'll be Brooklyn and Carolina, and then there'll be Cincinnati, Chicago versus, and then there'll be St. Louis versus Detroit in St. Louis. And that'll wrap up that week. And then the big betting games are going to be whatever the Tampa Bay game. Yeah, Tampa Bay versus the Jets. What do you got in that? I got Tampa Bay. Skyler's Bucks do not lose for some reason. And then Dallas versus Indianapolis. Who you got? Got Indianapolis because David's Dallas, of course, is not gonna get that win probably. I just don't see it. It's a bad omen for him, but we're rooting for him. We want David to get out of that bad omen. Hope to God that it happens for him. The one of the Cowboys is in a bad place in real life, and so his team is, of course, struggling. This is all I gotta say. He's freeing because he's locked up. They won't let him out. Locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. Anthony Schwartz is now leading the league in yards. I don't know about touchdowns. He only got the 2 last week. Only 2 last week. All he has to do is have like 1 next week. But he went over Dominic Barrow like that. It's like 1 big. Then Ahmad Middlebrooks is now leading the league in passing in the preseason. And he only played 3 quarters out of 8. Same with a lot of people on this list. Except for, like, Pat Goody is actually second in rushing behind Jeremiah Woodley with his 100 and something yards, 1 touchdown, and 20 attempts. So that's pretty crazy that he just did that. Just decided. But the Oilers haven't played, and they have good players too. That's going to be tough. Well, until next time, tomorrow morning, maybe, because the Houston game is a big game. If I'm not feeling up to it, I ain't doing it. But I think I will, and I want to see what happens. I want to see where the momentum's going. It's going to be the most important game this week. It's going to be tomorrow, Houston versus Atlanta. And then Brooklyn versus Carolina is just not as important because they've already lost so much momentum by losing their first game. You lose so much momentum when you're chosen to be first to already lose. Even the Capitals losing their second game, it's like you lost so much momentum. Probably not a favorite. Probably not a favorite. You do get a reset once the regular season shows up, but not really. Because we take this into account. Take it into account. Mostly for momentum's sake. Because let's say the Browns lost this game. They would also not be like, I would not consider them such a high caliber team that when we go into the regular season week 1, let's say it's the Browns versus Houston, who am I going to play as? It's going to be the undefeated team, most likely, that has the momentum. The only reason I don't do that is if it's tied up and I can decide, like, oh, I want to play as this team more. That's how Houston took it. 2 17-0 teams. I was like, I kind of want Houston to go take it. The Browns got to prove it. So I did it this week with Columbus and the Seahawks. I wanted Columbus to win. I was like, Seahawks went to the Super Bowl last year. They got to prove it. Are they really that good of a team? It turns out they are. 42-30. Now the Browns, when they play, for some reason in. Oh, hey Kevin, you got something to say? You got something to say, Kevin? What is it? She just wants to snuggle. She's gonna be done. Be done. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Dipsey Madden. Okay? Never gets old, Kevin. Bleh, bleh. Let's actually go over stats and awards just for fun. No, they're locked. None of this matters. Let's look at legacies. Head coach, Juan Blanco's, he's the best of all time still. Yeah, 5 Super Bowls, 7 championships. So they've gone 2 times to lose also. That's tough. Nagy's got 6 championships with 0 Super Bowls, so think about that. They've gone 6 times just to lose. The Browns get beat up on. They show up, but they're never the best team. So we're never like playing against them. They fight year in and year out to get that undefeated season or like be better, and they're just always they're going to lose. The Oilers, Jude, he's got 2 Super Bowls, 2 champions. Undefeated in the Super Bowl. That's actually pretty tough. Jude is pretty tough. That's not Jude. That's his head coach that he hired, Sean McDermott. Sean Payton's got a Super Bowl championship, but he's just LA's coach. He's not actually. Strauss has got a Super Bowl, and he's got the Tampa Bay Super Bowl for what's his name? That's like it. Because it's 2031. So there's only that many. 7. Yeah, the Seahawks. Where's the Seahawks? Ortega's got a Super Bowl, but Pete Carroll also had like 2 or 1 or something. He's got 3 championships and a Super Bowl. How is that not better than John Harbaugh's Super Bowl championship. Mike Tomlin's 1-2. Yeah. Let's go to the Hall of Fame. Head coach. There's only one block on John Madden. That's baloney. Pete Carroll should be in there, but okay. Khalil Mack was the best of all time. Myles Garrett is just next. They might have to win the Super Bowl. He broke the sack record. Now is he not better? They're both better than Tom Brady, at least. DK Metcalf isn't even better than Tom Brady. It's 25 yearly awards. 2 Super Bowls, 4 championships. I guess if you're not better than Brady at that, Josh Jacobs has only got 1-1. Ahmad Middlebrooks is 5 for 6 and 25, and he's not better than Clowney, Jacobs, or Metcalf. He's nowhere near Brady for some reason. 21 yearly awards. He's got 25. 6 championships, 5 Super Bowls, 7 Super Bowls, 10 championships. 6 championships. You still gotta win 4 more championships, kid. That's too much. Russell Wilson only went 3 for 5. Yearly awards, 18. You're better than Russ. And Russ had a full-on career. He's a Hall of Famer. It's basically Pete Carroll's Super Bowls plus the one Ortega won. Ortega got a Super Bowl with Russell at the end. At the end. Robinson is a Hall of Famer, thank goodness. 0 Super Bowls, 5 championships, 10 yearly awards. Yes, he was that good. He was that good. You don't need a Super Bowl to make the Hall of Fame. That's what I'm talking about. Cooper? He's not a Hall of Famer? He's still playing? He should be, once he's capable. Hey, what are you doing? Careful! Don't chew on my Tamagotchi. But dude, he only had 1 championship, but he had 9 yearly awards. No wonder. Ten yearly awards. Devontae Adams. He had a Super Bowl, a championship. Got him with the Barons. Diggs. Never got him, but he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, they won the year after he left, for sure. He made that team that good. They always contended. This TJ Watt, really? Aaron Stupid Rodney, Rob Stupid Grunk. There you go. Justin Fields with the 6 championships that he led his team to. He's not even a Rob Gronkowski. Alvin Kamara. A lot of people, Jarvis Landry never had a Super Bowl. He just had a championship, but he did one of the best things of all time, and he's a Hall of Famer. Joey Botano's got 5 Super Bowls and 7 championships. It shows you how much he actually did too. 9 yearly awards, just as many, you know. AP, Larry Fitzgerald, 1 million. Bobby Wagner got to play, got that second Super Bowl, 4 championships, 80 awards. He's still low on the list. Anthony Schwartz is up there with Ben Roethlisberger. He's still playing. Patty Mahomes is next to. He's still better than Josh Allen. And he has 2 Super Bowls and 2 championships. 1 Super Bowl, 2 championships, 8 yearly awards. Josh Allen's got 8 yearly awards. 2 Super Bowls, 2 championships. 1 Super Bowl, 2 championships. Somehow, they're like, he's Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen's still got a lot to prove. This is the season that he becomes better than Patrick Mahomes if he can win it all. I don't know if he can. But his team's got the momentum now. It's probably just the only time that they'll have it. Badly. Eh, okay. Well, that's it.